We asked Facebook, how can the world bring on more quality education? And in this, what is Facebook's engagement? Have a look at their answers.
Good morning. Imagine a world where no matter where you are born, girls and boys would have the chance to go to school to learn to write and to read. Imagine a world where boys and girls would have the possibility to have teachers qualified in order for them to realize their vocational or entrepreneurial targets and dreams. Imagine a world where boys and girls will have the broadest knowledge thanks to immediate access to internet and Wi-Fi. My name is Maria Schröder, and I am director at Facebook, a company where we believe in visions and dreams and are committed to concrete actions to make them come true. At Facebook Germany, I am leading our Green Hat movement, where employees get personally involved in making Facebook a greener place and leveraging our platform for a stronger sustainable impact. Today, we will focus on the number 4 sustainability development goal, qualitative education. The goal 4 directly aligns with Facebook mission. Universal access to quality education and skills development are needed to our platforms to be truly inclusive and to give people the power to build community. Facebook had the opportunity to provide a place for people everywhere to build equitable learning opportunities. Qualitative education for everyone is key to advancing the 2030 agenda. Education gives people the power to improve their quality of life and to contribute to progress in their communities. Despite major improvement in primary school enrollment, proficiency remains low. More than 50% of children of primary or lower secondary school are worldwide, an estimated number of 617 million children. They were not achieving minimum proficiency levels in reading and math. In order to substantially increase the number of youth and adults who have relevant skills, including technical and vocational skills for employment, decent jobs, and entrepreneurship, Facebook is contributing to building qualified teachers, like our programs in collaboration with the UNESCO. Facebook products can be also useful for supporting educators. We have worked with government agencies in Edo, Nigeria, or Gujarat, India, to build learning communities on workplace, to improve teacher training, like we see in these different examples. And globally, Facebook for Education platform is an academic class management and school education tool built on Facebook groups for teachers and students to communicate, ask questions, share information, and learn online. The platform is built around the following central principle of functionality of sharing course-related information online to engage them in the learning process. But Facebook is also the platform which NGOs choose to leverage and to increase their awareness on critical issues and to have a broad reach globally. Let me share with you an example of Greenpeace with their pocket protest campaign, where they were fighting against plastic straw in drinks. Plastic straws are sucking the life out of the oceans. To drive awareness on this urgent issue, we created a mobile protest tool with Giphy stickers, enabling anyone with a phone to convert gram-worthy food and drink posts in environmental activism. Plastic straws are hurting our ocean and killing wildlife. While people are upset by images that show this, few are aware of the magnitude of this issue, and even fewer are taking actions. So Greenpeace Canada has launched a powerful print campaign to combat this issue, picturing sea animals choking on plastic straw. The reach of this tactic, however, was limited. And that's why the organization needed a powerful way to drive broader awareness and enlist the community to do so. Therefore, we hijacked our community's food and drink sharing behavior and empowered them to take a bold stand on ocean plastic with a native tool they are already using in restaurants and bars, Instagram, and their phones. The pocket protest makes it dead simple to demand from establishments still using plastic straw, propelling food lovers to be planet lovers, leveraging consumers' behavior to draw awareness to this critical issue. education is also speaking about access to knowledge, and for this, the most important today is to assure internet access to school and students. And where are people struggling the most to have education, access to education in sub-Saharan Africa? We face there the biggest challenge in providing school with basic resources. The situation is extreme at the primary and lower secondary levels, where less than one half of schools in sub-Saharan Africa have access to drinking water, electricity, computers, and the internet. Inequality will also worsen unless the digital divide, the gap between underconnected and highly digitized countries, is not addressed. So Address at Facebook started a few years ago, already in 2016, with the launch of our first hardware attempt of bringing the world closer together, and we launched at the time Aquila. It was an experimental solar-powered drone developed for use in an atmospheric satellite intended to act as relay stations for providing internet access to remote areas. It first flew in 2016, and we had a second aircraft successfully flying in 2017. But now the newest development, post the Aquila trial, is an undersea cable to connect the poorest toward the internet and enable education without a regular schooling system. To Africa is the name of this project, and it's a continuation of our ongoing efforts to expand global network infrastructure. We have collaborated with partners all over the world to build several subsea fiber optic cables that are leading the industry in terms of reach, capacity, and flexibility. A primary goal of the initiative is to bring increased connectivity to Africa, and the continent is still currently at least connected in the world, with just over a quarter of its population having internet access. Before concluding, I would like to inform you about the latest launch, which was made in May 2020. In partnership with organizations including the World Resources Institute and the LAID Program for Climate Change, Facebook released the Climate Conversation Map, a set of maps that tag aggregated, anonymized data to highlight where, when, and how often users share and react to climate change-related topics. The maps could be used by organizations to visualize the rate of engagement for climate-related news, and by extension to study the impact it might have on global sentiment. And unsurprisingly, studies show that climate change opinion differs throughout the world. According to a report of the European Investment Bank, 80% of the Chinese people believe that climate change is irreversible, compared with 25% only in Italy and Spain. The system flags the subset of links containing the keywords climate change and global warming across 21 major languages, determined by both population size and the numbers of active Facebook users. This is another example of how we support global citizenship and awareness around climate change. So to conclude, Facebook's mission is perfectly in line with the sustainability goals number 4, qualitative education, as we believe that it is essential to be truly inclusive and give people the power to build communities. That is why we are committed to pursue our effort in this direction, and will continue to innovate to create more awareness on climate change and foster a spirit of global citizenship. So stay tuned, more to come, and thank you very much for listening and for joining our efforts in building a more sustainable world and a more qualitative education for all citizens of our planet.